this is Tony Tattoo coming at you from the wonderful Kildares Pub in the deep southwest of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. This is Wide Open YYC, and let's get right to it. This week, Iran shot a unmanned drone, a U.S.-owned unmanned drone out of the air, and obviously things started to kind of percolate and started to happen. Donald Trump was very close to calling an airstrike on Iran, and he actually had a moment of clarity. And he went to one of his top generals and he said, "How many people are going to die if we release this strike?" And the general said, "Sir, 150." And he called it off. And Dave, we always think of that, Donald, he's the one that's, he's the one that's batshit crazy and he's ready to start World War III. And the man just stopped and went and had to think about it. What do you get out of that?
Well, you saw me start laughing as soon as you said it.
I know, right?
Unbelievable.
Who are the crazies in this world?
Exactly.
Right, exactly. If anybody's trying to start World War III, it's Iran.
Well, and I did catch a bit of that news, and the other side said, "Look at Trump. We just shot down an unmanned surveying plane. There was a manned plane in the same zone we could have shot down, and we didn't."
Whoa, okay.
Do the math.
All right, well, there we go. But anyway, so restraint was shown. We're not on the edge of World War III. It's business as usual. It's all about the money. All you have to do, people, is follow the money. It'll tell you exactly where things are going. Trans Mountain Pipeline approved like there was any other result. There would have been no chance for the JT government to get back in if they didn't approve it. But the Senate went ahead and they approved those bills. The bill C-69, C-48. Dave, as you well know, C-69 is the overhaul of the regulatory process, which means basically that it'll be regulated to the point where you can't put anything in the ground, never mind a shovel. And then C-48, that bans the tanker traffic off the coast of BC, so the pipeline is still screwed no matter how you look at it. So what do you think, Dave? Do you think that if there's no shovels put in the ground that there's any chance of the Liberals getting back into office?
Definitely not.
Yeah. It's a done deal.
Even with shovels put in the ground, they're not getting back in office.
Exactly. So Andrew Scheer came out with his climate plan, with the Conservatives' climate plan. And again, somebody who actually thinks and reads and does research stated that the big polluters are the ones that need to pay above and beyond a cap of emissions. So he's not calling it a tax, he's not calling it a tariff, he's not calling it anything else, he's calling it a cap, and anyone that goes above the cap has to pay that into the system. So, and he stated that this isn't a national problem, this is a global problem. So why are we handling this nationally? And why are we not handling it globally, Dave?
I have no idea.
Exactly. And do you think it's a global problem?
Totally.
All right, so why are we kicking our own asses here?
That's what Canadians do, Tony.
That's right. Hang ourselves on the cross.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the deal, people, because we like to do research here at Wide Open YYC, and we like to read. There's already a pipeline in the ground called Trans-Canada Pipeline. It's already in ground. It's just an expansion. So, I don't know why everybody's getting up in arms about this. It's already in the ground, people. And there's already 4,000 oil tankers going up and down the BC coast. That's not going to change. And what do you think they're doing? They're taking crude to the US, or the traffic back and forth between Canada and the US. It's already happening, and I don't know what anybody's getting in arms about. It makes no sense to me.
No, it doesn't. It's how I see it is the Liberals trying to side with the tree huggers. And that's all they have going for them. But like you say, it's already being done.
Right.
There's no argument. There's no discussion.
Exactly. And I'll tell you something. I planted more trees than any of the Liberals in office today. all right, as part of our carbon whatever plan. It was a land reclamation land after the loggers logged out the trees. Anyway, so they can all suck it. So 30 years ago, the Tim Burton movie film Batman came out. And that was the one with Jack Nicholson and Michael Keaton, Kim Basinger when she used to be cute. And when you look at the stars now, so are you feeling old yet? 30 years since Batman came out?
Fucking right, as soon as you said that.
30 years. You're like 30 young years, man.
Where did they go?
I'll tell you what. Listen, time is like a roll of toilet paper because the closer it gets to the end, the faster it unrolls. And so the only one who actually still looks half-assed normal is Jack Nicholson. I mean, that guy's timeless.
Yeah, he's put on a bit of weight, but we all do in our old age.
Yeah, well, exactly.
You know, he's enjoying life, part to him, but yeah. Facially he looks the same.
Michael Keaton and Kim Basinger, not so much.
No.
Yeah. Rolling Stones on tour only have one show planned in Canada, and that is where the center of the universe.
Center of the universe.
Yeah, Toronto. Is it Toronto or Toronto?
Toronto.
Toronto, because you're from Toronto.
We're from Dublin, Ireland, raised in Toronto.
Yeah. He's like, no, not Toronto, no, Scarborough. That's what it was.
Well, I was raised in Scarborough.
Yeah.
The GTA.
And sad news: the Bachelorette Hannah B. She doesn't want to play anymore.
I don't watch that shit.
The Alabama beauty queen has reached the breaking point, feeling she will never find love. But that's because you're on reality TV, you ninny. You're not supposed to. For the first 300 episodes, you're supposed to find it in the last episode, get married, and have a divorce 6 months later. Take half. Come on. Like, don't be such a baby. Samantha Fox. She's back in the news again. She's plotting a music comeback, Dave.
I heard.
Do you remember Samantha Fox?
I do.
So Samantha Fox was famous for two things. Left and right. And so she used to be a page 3 girl in the London Sun. As we know, Canadians got gypped that way because our Sunshine Girls have bikinis or tops or clothed or whatever. Sunshine Girls in the London district on the London Sun are topless. God bless. Anyhow, she's coming back with some new albums or some new songs. Of course, remember the hit single, Touch Me, I Want to Feel Your Body. And so she's planning something, so God bless her. Alice Cooper has clarified recently, Dave, that comments that he has a death pact with his wife. So he stated that he and his wife of 43 years made a pact that they were going to go into the grave beyond together. And when he got called out, what do you think about that?
You know, it's up to themselves, and I have no problem with it if they're both in agreement with it.
Yeah, fair enough. But then he came back and restated the fact that his wife and him spend so much time together, like they're glued to each other, that if something happened to him, probably something would happen to her, and they go into the grave beyond together. So he finally cleared that up. And so, I don't know, I got nothing more too much to talk about.
Well, I got one. You know, speaking of death and partners and
taxes.
Together. You know, Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Okay, yeah.
His wife, Beth.
Yeah.
Well, she was diagnosed over a year ago with throat cancer.
Okay.
And then went into remission. Well, it's come back, and she's been put into a chemically induced coma. So it doesn't look too good for her.
Hey.
And I mean, those two spend every waking minute together between their show and their family and everything else. So yeah. We'll have to see what happens to the dog.
Yeah, well, she was also known for two things.
Very low. Yes.
Well, God bless Dog. Hope everything works out for you. Because we all love Dog the Bounty Hunter. Sure do. How can you not?
How can you not?
Yeah.
He's a cartoon character.
He sure is. Anyway, we've got a great show coming up for you today. We would love you to check our show out on YouTube and join us for conversations on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And I'll tell you what, keep between the ditches, people.
And here we are again, Wideopenyyc, coming at you from South Calgary, Kildares Pub. I am here with Miss Jamester.
Hello.
And Miss Cass.
Yeah, I'm here.
And segment called Shoot the Shit. Because we couldn't come up with any subjects today, so we thought we're just going to shoot the shit today, talk like we usually do. So, Kaz, I hear you've got a big concert tomorrow.
Yes, going to Vancouver to see ELO, one of my favorite bands
Love
ever.
them. Awesome.
So that's another one going to be off the bucket list. I've seen the Eagles, I've seen Chicago. ELO was the third that I really wanted to see. So,
Sorry, did you say Chicago?
I did say Chicago
I
because
don't
I'm
think
from
that's how it's
England.
spelled, is it, girls?
I'm from England, and I say pizza.
There's no R in Chicago, is there?
No. Chicago.
I think she's breathing in too many toxins from her hair.
I did, yes. I've come in here and I feel really high as a kite. I've had my roots done, I had a nice scalp massage.
I'm sure you did.
I'll bet you
Where'd
got
you
an
go?
extra massage.
Grease it up and call me Cat.
Oh yeah, baby. I went over to Rush Salon here in Silverado and Ali sorted my grey out and I had my hair washed and conditioned and massaged.
Scalp for your scalp.
Scalp. She got scalp.
So how long did you spend on your scalp? Because you know, you spend $300. Like I get my roots done on $10 right now, but when you spend
Sorry.
$300
For a fucking haircut?
No, haircut and
Roots,
my
Colors,
roots.
style, the whole.
300 plus tip. It's $350.
Wow.
So
it costs money to look good.
and my hair,
Yes.
because I'm a brunette, naturally I'm a like brunette, so I'm orange and red and redhead too, kind of. So I'm a tones, and it turns orange. So I have to go all the time, and then it's shampoo, that purple stuff, you have to buy it.
Yep.
Purple shampoo.
50
Girls,
bucks a
you know what we're
bottle.
talking about.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Oh, it's just so high maintenance. I'm so tired of being a human.
Oh, you know what? You're tired of being a girl.
God,
was gonna
I
say.
be a man, the nails, the lashes, the hair, the
Oh, it's ridiculous.
shaving. Like, you know, I went to the cabin the last couple of days or whatever, and my godkids are coming, and I'm so excited for them to come. So I went up to the cabin and got it all ready and clean and the boat, and I'm sitting there and, you know, the water's not working, and the hot water's not working. And so my boyfriend's like, you know what, just so you know, only number ones only. We cannot flush the toilet until I can get under the deck and figure out what's going on.
Don't you jump in the lake?
It was like an ocean. It was so windy. It was like,
To pee, maybe not to poop.
yeah, so I was like, well, what happens if, you know, a girl has to do her business? Like, I didn't ask that. Anyway, long story, I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah, we are.
But,
Yes, we are. You brought it up. We're talking about it now.
so he falls asleep, and he's just like, and it must be nice to sleep, by the way, all you guys, because I can't sleep. I don't know what it is, my mind just thinks about what color stain am I going to do this, and the cabin, and the kids, and what kind of toys am I going to get them, and you know, so my brain's just constant. So I look over, and of course I wake up, it's like 6 in the morning, I'm like, oh no. No. And I'm looking around, it's windy out, I'm night blind, I can't see anything. He's passed right out. I'm gonna wake him up and go, I have to honey.
And you can't.
None of the water's working, so what do? So I took 3 Imodiums, called it a day. Shoot the shit. That's what I said. I was like,
Literally.
I'm gonna just, you know, 3 Imodiums, good to go.
Pop,
Ready to rock.
fizz. Oh, what a relief.
Oh, and then he gets up and he's just like, oh, yeah, I feel great. I'm like, oh yeah, I got some sleep. I got the water running this morning, I had a big poop. I feel great. I'm like,
He has to poop.
must be nice. No, I can't for the next 3 days, hence I have cramps.
Well, where did he
ribs right now? And I'm like, oh. He didn't have to, apparently.
That's not normal. Guys poop like.
I don't know, maybe he snuck it off, he busted one off in the gas
He
station.
must have gone to the gas station or something.
Guys will always sneak in somehow.
Beer does it every time.
Sorry, honey, I love you. Anyways,
Sorry, Tony.
back to other shoot the shit, no pun intended.
Saturday I went to Parkland Summerfest with
Colin James, rock
saw
and roll.
Mr. Dave Styles there as well. Colin James was the headliner. Amazing guitarist, amazing blues player, like just wicked musician all around. It was really good. I kind of sort of remember the end of the show. We started a little early that day. It was a day drinking day for sure. So it's like there's a few beers lost that day.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is at like 10 o'clock at night, because we were debating whether we were going to go and surprise them, and I'm like, Sean, it's gonna be done by 10.
I'll be done by
What's the
11.
point? Like, there's no point. I'll be like a zombie.
Pretty
So we
much.
stayed home, we gardened and watered the plants.
Gardened.
I did.
You're all domesticated now.
I am,
So
you know, I
weird.
am. I'm trying.
That's what love does to you.
I know. Well, I know, but it's just it's
I was domesticated
taking
before
her a lot
love.
longer.
What?
I was domesticated. I have some plants that I was watering. That sounds so bad. I'm not gonna say it.
Or in the
I
Venus
can't say
flytrap.
any. Why is everything these days all related to pornography? I can't say watering plants,
Right.
the bean,
Well, I wonder who
riding in a
started that.
canoe, blowing tea bags,
I
tea
wonder who
bags.
starts that.
I wonder who starts that.
Who
The whole
starts
sex
what?
talk. I wonder who starts
Who
that.
starts the whole sex talk?
I wonder who does that. Ow.
Bueller.
Yes.
Yeah.
Double entendre.
My ribs are broken. I don't know. From all the sex I have all the last 4 days. No, not really. Just kidding. So,
Yeah. So
What else is going on?
Saturday I went to the footy match, which we'll talk
we
about
saw
in the
that,
footy
yes.
talk. Yeah, and they lost their first game, so it was a bit. But
Oh.
I think we have to find a new beer for Tony because I did a little wander around and
I'm sure he
he's
did.
happy. He's happy with.
You and Dad.
Steady.
Walk around.
Say hi to the Roxbury. What's up? What's up? You want to dance? You want to dance? I'll dance.
Oh yeah. Many times I danced to my seat.
Oh, I bet you did.
Oh, yeah.
Did you
I
dance
wonder.
with, did you dance with Snappy Dan?
Oh yes, we did a video.
Did the
We
video.
posted it on. We
I saw that
posted
you
it
guys
on
were
our
dancing.
Instagram.
though. It's
You guys
funny.
weren't dancing.
No.
That was like when you guys were coming in.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we saw the Zamboni for soccer. Did you see
I
that?
did. They have
That was so
Zambonis
cool.
for soccer fields.
Yes.
Who knew?
They sprinkle water all over them.
See, everything's related to board.
Right?
Everything. You can't even say spray water.
You
Ah,
can't.
Jamie, you need to watch The Deuce.
You gotta get that
The
pitch
juice.
wet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, am I just dirty-minded, or is this just how
Jamie,
society
you
is?
must get that pitch wet.
Well,
Before
I
you
know.
play with it, you gotta get it wet.
You know what? When I wash plates, I like to lube it up with the olive.
Yeah.
Moist is best.
Moist is best, right? And then after I finish off with tuna moist sandwich, which, oh my gosh, you guys will laugh actually. This is funny. So we went to the gas station and I got a tuna sandwich.
Oh, is that where the boyfriend had the
Head of shit.
shit?
I think that's where he crushed one
He
first.
crushed one out because he had to wait 2 days. to
And
have it.
I make him so self-conscious about it. I'm like, where are you going? And everyone that's taking a shit always gets a guilty look on their face. You notice that? It's a little bit, you know, if you have to pee, they're like all confident, they throw their purse up, they're like, I'll be right back. It's like, okay, see you later. But it's like, I'll just be a second. Where are you going?
Yeah, that's
Tell
not
me
something you
There's
announce.
three rules.
There's three
There's
rules.
three rules when you take a shit.
Especially
and
around
her
us.
Her dad actually taught us all this. Her
Okay.
dad taught us this. What's
Okay.
the three rules?
Well,
She grew up with these rules.
all the like to take people for walks apparently when they shit. It makes you feel like, you know those little beagles that are shaking in the cold and
Yeah.
taking a shit
Yeah.
and looking around and all the cars. No, that's how you can't.
What are the 3 rules?
Rule number one:
rules.
always make
Have
sure there's
toilet
toilet
paper.
paper
Because
before you get
they'll
in there.
take all the rolls out.
Always make sure there's
So you have nothing to wipe with.
Right.
Rule number 2: always lock the door.
Right.
Never leave the door.
Because you're gonna go for a walk in mid shit and you don't want to.
Exactly.
And number 3?
Make sure no
It's within the vicinity of when you're having a poop.
Because you'll always
they
say,
are
well, what are you doing in there? I'm like, push it.
Rule number 3 is actually check behind the shower curtain to make sure there's nobody there waiting. That's number 3 because there's been a few times where there's somebody behind the shower curtain and lock the door and think you're safe.
That would scare the shit
No,
out of you.
out comes the cell phone. Hi!
Yeah. Do you want to go for a walk?
Wanna go for a little walk? Yeah, exactly.
And
Where's
I'm
toilet
taking them
paper?
over the
Oh, there's no toilet paper. Come on, out the toilet. Yeah, we have a little bit of a different family.
Have you two ever been called out?
Oh, I've been taken for many walks. So now when I come over, I'm like, well,
Not
girls
me.
don't do
I've
that.
actually been
That's
lucky.
better.
I've been lucky. I've never had to go.
She
for a
sneaks
walk.
off. She's really good.
I'm sneaky, very sneaky, and I have a bidet, which is wonderful because I don't
Oh, the bidet kind of creeps me out a little bit.
I
You
like
get
it.
on there, it's like,
I didn't like it at
whoa,
first. It
what's
takes
that?
to get used to it, but once you get used to it, that warm water is it's
But you
actually
always
really
still have
nice.
to wipe after you use the bidet.
Cottonelle moist. Cottonelle moist
The
toilet
toilet.
tissue.
Yes.
It's good for your bum.
It's good for your tush.
Yeah.
Yes.
You use
Well,
regular
girls don't do
toilet
that.
paper,
Girls don't do that,
And then,
right?
and then Cottonelle moist. I love Cottonelle
Okay,
moist.
so apparently the word for today
Today's
is
word
moist.
kiss is moist.
And I've got friends that absolutely love, they hate that word.
I know they get crazy.
Moist.
Oh, I hate that word.
Moist, Vicky Wheaton. Moist.
See, pornographic, here we go. Right back in the corner.
Oh,
Are you moist right now, Styles?
No,
You not?
I was on the phone, sorry. I
Are
wasn't
we
listening.
not funny enough for you? I bet you're on a porn site right now looking for the double penetration app.
Okay, so to finish off the show today, let's get back into Calgary Stampede. Coming up next week,
Yes,
we've
it
already
is.
kind of done the whole bit on the Stampede, but I don't know, girls, any last minute words on rules for Stampede? I mean, really, there's no rules, that's the problem.
You know, the thing is, for me, the only reason why I'm going this year is to bring my godkids there.
Yeah.
You know, my babies are coming into town, and I'm so excited to see them. And they're little country girls, put on their little cowboy boots, and they listen to all the country music, so they're super excited to go. So we're gonna take them to the Stampede breakfast. Yes, I'm gonna get up before 10 o'clock in the morning, and we're gonna bring them down there, and it'll be really fun. So I'm looking forward. That's my favorite part of it. Take them on rides, and hopefully the bolts don't fly off, and rides. You know,
No final destination.
no final destination stuff.
Kaz, what's your favorite part of Stampede besides drinking? Besides the obvious.
Well, we all love drinking.
Besides the
Come on,
obvious part of getting shit-faced.
I'm not a huge Stampede person because I wasn't raised around cowboys
That kind of
and
stuff.
chuck wagon
Cowboys
racing
and
and all that kind of thing. But I went a couple of years and I just really enjoyed the atmosphere, and I went into the Caesar tent and tried a few different types of Caesars, which was awesome. I
love
really
Caesars.
enjoyed that.
What time in the morning was that
There's no.
Yeah.
Well, we had Tony's young son. He was a young boy then, so we had him with us, and so I went in and tried a few, and yeah, it was morning, but it was fun.
Stampede, come on.
And
Stampede, there's no
They'll crush
ride.
one at 9 a.m.
I like the rides.
Yeah.
Look, the best
I like
thing,
water
the
rides.
best thing for the Stampede, besides if you're in the chuck wagons or the rodeo, I mean, that's pretty interesting, especially if you're not from Calgary, right? It's interesting to see, of course, the alcohol,
Yeah.
the drinking, it goes from when you get there
Music,
to you
right.
leave. The best thing that I love about Stampede, people watching.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
I love
I fucking love it.
watching.
Yes.
I know.
Thank you, Mr. Stiles, for that
That's
input.
actually
Wow.
really good.
Very good.
I like that.
Wow, look at you all.
I know.
He was on his phone, literally, he was recording us, and then he looked up.
Now I'm involved.
I like the roundup concerts too. I went a couple
Yes.
of years ago to that and had the best beef burger.
Oh, see, here we go again.
Bap.
The food.
It was just so juicy.
The food is pretty amazing. I guess
No,
this
maybe I
year-
should walk out now, because this is all porno, like nothing.
It was just perfect in my
Was it?
hand.
Okay, one more quick story I want to say. Her and I, that big, huge, that ride where you sit
Oh,
on
the fireball, the
two
fireball.
seats, 2 seats down here, 2 seats
No,
up
thank
there.
you.
Oh, the skyscraper.
skyscraper one where you're like,
Yeah,
you're
no,
like
She had an anxiety attack on
1,000 feet in the air.
No, you
I
didn't
love
want it.
rides. No, I love rides.
Love
$40
bucks.
No.
No, we did it.
last year.
And I was like half in the bag, which normally if I'm half in the bag, I don't get anxiety. I'm like, I'm all good. I got a few drinks in. I'm like, I'm good. Holy crap! We're sitting up top while they're seeing the guys downstairs, and I'm looking down and I'm thinking.
She had to close her eyes.
Like,
She
fuck
was
that.
like, this panic attack.
Oh, I would too.
And it's
Well,
like,
you wouldn't get me that.
because I get them every day.
Yes.
Like, no
Yes.
one, like, welcome to my life.
It was
right?
fun, but I don't know if I'd ever do it again.
No, rides, I stopped rides
Well,
15 years ago.
Yeah.
I love
rides.
rides. You've got untrained carnies running
This is,
these rides, and when you're a
Absolutely.
kid going to the
Yeah.
carnivals and stuff, it didn't bother you. You heard boats flying around on the Enterprise, and it's
Yeah.
like, it's great. My cart won't fly off, right? It doesn't need grease or WD-40. Now I'm like, oh my god, that bolt, I can see it, it's coming off, it's I won't even go on the
She's the one that gets anxiety. I'm the one that's like, if it's our time to go, it's our time to go.
No.
Yeah, but why don't we get go?
Or an airplane. No, I'll pick a Greyhound before I do an airplane or a ride. Fuck that.
Do you remember the octopus? Insert joke.
Oh, yes. Or the scrambler. Insert other joke.
Insert joke here.
I did that 11 times once, but I was like 18 years old. Never get me on it.
Octopus.
Yeah.
The Gravitron was the only one. The Gravitron and the Fireball and the Rotor are the only ones that won't go on.
I don't blame you.
Any other ride, no problem.
No.
Yeah. I like the
Well, speaking of rides,
I know, it's like
rapid rides.
I like ones that spin.
Can I say something?
Yes, you can.
How come Tony gets a really long segment show?
Actually, his is the shortest.
Really? But we always get cut off to like 8 minutes or something. I know
Do
it's-
you want? I'm sure we're probably. You want to go longer?
We're
joking.
We're on 15 minutes today.
Yeah.
I'm just joking.
15?
We're all dried up.
We're all dried up. We're not that old. Can I get some lubrication in this one, please?
On the next show, menopause. Are you drying up? Do you need some help with menopause? Next show.
I was just going along with the theme.
All right, thank you, Cass. Thank you, Jamie. You
No
guys
worries.
have a great weekend, and we will see you next week. Take care.
Peace and love.
Yay.
That was a good one.
Okay, so last week, your joke, I wasn't being a dick when you said, how do you light up a soccer game? You said,
A football match.
a football match. And I was like, oh, like a match. Like, two teams are matched against each other. And I'm like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. But you meant like a match.
I know.
Like a match to light a pipe with.
Yeah, about half an hour later.
Yeah,
a few
half
beers
hour later. Yeah.
A few beers later. I know what you meant, Kaz.
So hopefully you guys out there got it, because I did not.
Oh, on that note, we'll do the joke of the day.
All right.
Which goalie can jump higher than a crossbar?
Not Neymar, but Heimar.
Nope. All of them. Crossbars can't jump.
No, I got it. Okay, I got it.
You got
Yeah,
that
no,
one?
no, I got it.
You got it?
I got-
Okay, good. So as you can see,
Ugh.
my hair's all normal today. My lid is normal today. After last week's shenanigans, I decided that I should look normal. But look at this. What's going on?
I'm not cutting my hair till Calgary wins the championship.
There we go. We can run with that. That's quite the do.
Yeah. Tommy, Mr. Wielden Jr., I need a haircut. Get those boys in shape.
Yes,
Because we lost last week.
we did. We lost on Saturday. Just 1-0, but
Not for lack of effort.
the goal doesn't move. We had a few chances. Ryan Clough used to say that, very, very famous manager in England. The goal doesn't move. Right after half time, I was right in the viewing line of a brilliant free kick that was just missed. And
I was in the beer line.
I think you were.
You were in
Tony
the-
was still in the beer line.
You were in the view line, I was in the beer line.
Yes. But still, you've got to give it to Forge. They did well. Their possession game was good.
They're the second best team in the league.
Yeah.
The last time when we drew took 95 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So they clearly have us figured out to some degree, and I think we were lucky to even draw that match.
Yeah.
So this looks like this. We thought Edmonton was going to be our rival, but they don't know their asshole from a hole in the ground. It looks like.
Al Clasico is going to be Al Sakido.
Good. It's kind of like the NHL out there right now. Edmonton is just a far inferior product. So
Yeah. I have to say that I really, I had a little giggle at the goalie, Henry from Forge. He was getting a lot of stick in the second half from our crowd, which is usual. I had a lot of my fellow home countrymen around me, and Tony was like, "Is this what it's like in England?" I said, "Yes, but just multiply it by 100." But at the end of the game, the final whistle blew, and Henry turned around and he started doing a little dance as if to say, "We beat you, na 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 na." So good on him.
Yeah.
You know.
He takes that warm feeling all the way back to Hamilton, where then he realizes he lives in Hamilton and goes back to not being able to dance out of sadness.
There you go.
You're the industrial armpit of Toronto, Hamilton.
Well, I don't know enough about Canada. I haven't been there, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, so you know Forest Lawn in Calgary?
Yes.
Hamilton is Toronto's Forest Lawn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Pretty dangerous place then.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Not good.
Wow. But on a better note, we're into the third round of the Canadian Championship, and we're playing the Whitecaps, Vancouver Whitecaps. First leg is on the 10th of July at Spruce Meadows, 7:30, and the second leg on the 24th of July at Rogers Place, 8:30 Mountain Time. Get your tickets. Let's get down there, because if we win this, we're in the semi-finals.
Still some in the middle sections last I checked, but everything 200 is bought up. People are still seeing on the Facebook group chats that people are still starting to buy season tickets now.
That's great.
People are buying season tickets and they're buying them in the 200s.
That's great. That's really great. That shows that they're really gaining interest. And
It's getting a little nuts in 200, and I'll take this forum to address it. Being a season ticket holder in 200, the people sit in front of me, and then 5 minutes later, the people say like, "Ah, those are our seats." So they move down, and then like, "Ah, those are our seats," and they move down, and it's just a constant, like a rotation of people, and people are like, "Wow, you know, it's fine. We'll just stand," and I'm like, "Nah, get the fuck out of my seats." Like,
yeah,
sorry, I paid money for these.
Yeah.
You bought cheap seats in the family grass section,
Yeah.
and you want to sit with the chanters,
Yeah.
obviously, because we're a fucking hoot.
Yeah.
But you know, tough titties. Go sit in your fucking seats.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's quite the den there. It's awesome.
Canada took the big L
Oh, it was.
against them.
I actually watched quite a bit of
Swedes.
it. And I could not understand why Sinclair didn't take the penalty. You know, it was a real pressure situation. You know, they needed to equalise quickly, and I just couldn't understand why she didn't take the penalty. But who knows?
They're professionals.
This is it. This is it.
They're professionals. We're commentators
Yeah,
in the pub show.
exactly.
So
We
I
don't
gotta.
know what the coach's
Maybe there was a calf.
instructions were.
Yeah, maybe there's a calf strain, or yeah,
True.
maybe
Yeah.
it's hard to tell, and especially in tournaments like that where maybe an injury will come to light afterwards, and you'll be
Yeah.
like, oh well, that's why.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So we'll wait and hear if there was anything going on. But England won 3-0 against Cameroon. That had a little bit of, as I will say in English, controversy. Cameroons weren't very happy with an offside call, and they you know, it was.
It was 3-0. One offside isn't going to change it.
Exactly, and it was onside. You know, they did video review, but then they stopped playing. You know, and it took the ref, quite a few minutes to get them started again. But anywho, it's done, dusted. We're into the quarterfinals. We play Norway on the 27th. Anybody who's interested in the USA, they also won. They beat Spain 2-1. They are also into the quarterfinals, playing France on the 28th. Or France. So
Bunch of cheese-eating surrender monkeys.
again, if you have any favorites, let us know. We've been posting some stuff onto Wideopenyyc, including our little March to the Match commentary that we did last Saturday.
Yeah, we came up with that kind of last minute. Next time it's going to be a little more coherent. I'm not going to drink as heavily. That's a lie.
Moosehead. We've got to find some different lager, some different beer than Moosehead. Not good.
I did the trick for me.
So
All right, so that covers last week.
yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to give a shout out to the Canadian tennis stars that are in London for Wimbledon. It starts on Canada Day. Milos Shapovalov.
I thought
Hospital's back from a back injury.
this was footy, not rackety.
Yes.
Is that what you guys call it across the pond? Do you call it rackety?
We're going a little rackety.
Yeah, little bit of the rackety.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is that your tennis swing?
I don't know. I've never played.
We should play tennis sometime. See what happens to that do when you play tennis.
Be more graceful than Andre Agassi's wig. He wore a wig. I'm not making fun of him. He wore a wig.
I know he did. I read his book. Did you read his book?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was quite an interesting and funny.
It was the
book.
most interesting tennis has ever been.
I love tennis. Don't you ever watch some of his John McEnroe? You've never seen the John McEnroe? You cannot be serious.
John McEnroe was exciting, and not because of tennis, because he yelled at people. That's funny and exciting, not because he played a bit of rackety. Nobody cared what he did on the court. It was when the umpire, whatever you call it, made a bad call and he flipped his shit. That's why he was awesome. I flip my shit and I get called an asshole. He's a fucking national hero. I don't get it.
What are we gonna do with him? But anyway, Felix is playing, and Jeannie, I'm sure she'll be playing. I hope she does well. Unfortunately, Bianca Andreescu is injured, so she's not going to be playing. But good luck, all the Canadians.
Good luck, Canada. Check into Wimbledon. We'll see you at the grounds. Like I always say, section 200, row 6, seat 26.
Go Cavalry.
Hey, this is Tony Tattoo, and this was Wide Open YYC. I'll tell you what, we're getting lots of attention for both good and bad reasons, but we're here for the conversation, both positive, negative. We want to hear from you. So you can join us for the conversation on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Tell your friends to watch the show on YouTube. And just, you know what? Be nice to each other and keep between the ditches, and Stacy Wilk.